Hey everybody, we have come live. I don't know how well this mount will stay. I put a new mount I love, holds the phone, the suction cup doesn't stay. I either have a mount that the suction cup works and nothing else works, or I have a phone mount that the suction cup doesn't work and everything else is wonderful. And you can't swap them. My employee's over here beating the dog.
You want to catch it?
He wants to catch it. He's gotta catch it. Hey! He's been barking sort of. Hey! He's throwing a fit. He didn't get his treat yet this morning.
I know.
That's why he's
Give it to it.
You gave it to the other dog? Oh, well, no wonder. Oh, man, my steering wheel's still in the way. All right, well, I am doing my hospital run today. I did go last night. Everything seems pretty good. My bots need calibrated again today. I'm going to go by my mom's real quick. We're just going to run by her there real quick. Oh, you know what? She's probably in church.
Oh, I forgot.
I forgot.
I had a pillowcase ready.
You did over there?
No.
Well, we're going to go back later today. We're supposed to take some toes.
Yeah.
What we're going to do, guys, I'm going to tell you a bunch of stuff. I have $1 million plus, and I'm not kidding you, it's more than that, of inventory that is not listed. And I'm not going to list it. It's a waste of time. I don't even want to list it in my own websites. I already have my global store. That's plenty of products. So what I decided to do, I've already zeroed out the $1.25 million loss. That means I've already written it off. My business hasn't been gaining any money out of that inventory for over a year anyway. So I've already written it off. So what I'm trying to do is recoup losses. I am not trying to turn a profit at all. So I have $1.25 million. I'm just going to say $1 million. I have $1 million worth of inventory in my warehouse. We did a yard sale. We made some money, but that's a lot of work, and I'm not going to do that again. So what I decided to do is I have a show on Tuesday at 7 p.m. and I have a show on Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I don't want to corrupt my very good helping people shows about e-commerce and all that with a whole bunch of here buy my crap, because I don't want to do that. I want to keep those shows exactly as they are, because I put a little bit of here's some radio control cars I'm selling at the end of my show, and actually people liked it. But I didn't like it. I felt like I was selling stuff online in a show that wasn't designed to be selling stuff. That's the problem. I don't like breaking my mold, because everything is made for a very specific marketing reason. I didn't want to break. Everybody knows I give away things that most people charge a ton of money for. I do it all the time. Everybody knows I'm not out there trying to gimme. Yes, I need to make a living. And there are things I'm going to charge you for. But essentially, I give away way more, astronomical level higher more than what I ever would even try to charge for. And I like being that way. I hate going to a show and every 5 minutes they're asking for money. I can't stand that. I don't want to do that, even though I still have to do the marketing because I need the money to run my business. So I decided I'm going to keep my Tuesday and Thursday show just like they are, pure. People are liking it. I'm not getting a huge response because I'm not marketing or anything either. It's all organic. But the people that are coming are enjoying themselves. And that's what it's about for me. You know, I don't need YouTube traffic to sell items. They have nothing to do with each other. I have two totally separate businesses. YouTube is to grow my website business, where I get paid to build people websites. As a matter of fact, I can't show it to you now. I'm going to go into something. I'm making a friend of mine, her little girl, her very first website, and I am having so much fun with it. I'm going to have to ask her permission to show anyone the site, because it is for a little girl. I might do it like on a private level, like if someone wants to see it, you know, and I'll say, okay, this person wants to see your daughter's site. Because, you know, this is for a little girl. I'm not going to just post it publicly. But I am having so much fun. My employer's like, oh, you're all excited today. What the hell's going on? Did you make some money? I didn't make shit, but I'm having fun today. I have a pretty easy day at the hospital, so I'm in a good mood about that. And I'm really enjoying making this little girl, because I know this little girl's little. I'm happy that I'm the one that's going to be able to make her first website, and it's nothing fancy. It will be fancy because I'm doing it. You know, I always put the bells and whistles out. But she likes like My Little Pony and Wonder Woman and stuff like that. Most of my sites are very kind of male oriented because when I go buy products, what do I buy? Oh, that's a really cool hunting setup. Oh, that's a cool camping gear. Oh, that's good fishing gear. So, you know, I got a lot of male stuff in my stores. And most of the people that I build sites for, they don't want male or female. They want more of a neutral. So it's all boring. Well, a site for a little girl, where the whole point of the site is just so she can watch the shows she watches on YouTube on her site, and she can upload to her mom's YouTube channel, but upload her own little videos, because she does little fashion shows and stuff. Upload her own little videos to her site on YouTube. You know, actually, she can make a lot of money. That's not the point. It's available, but that's not the point. So I am having a lot of fun. I found a public domain image on Pixabay of My Little Pony. So I used it, and I put some little balloons blowing up. And then Wonder Woman, what did I have on Wonder Woman? Oh, I just have a movie clapper coming down on Wonder Woman. I'm going to put some little cats and dog posts in there. And a bunch of kids shows. I'm going to look up some. I'm also going to put an educational channel in there, Trust and Believe. And I'm going to put like the little kids fashion show channel in there, because she watches that. But don't think for a moment that I am not going to squeeze out this website without at least one link to something that's mine. I'm going to put at the very bottom my girls' fashion from my Keywebco Global store. In other words, I am going to have one of my business links, because I am giving away the site. I'm going to have one of my business links. I'm going to ask them to leave it in, and it's just to go girls' fashions on my website. So that's my pay for the site. That's very reasonable. And it's cute. And also, my friend already has a Strikingly account. So after I create it, she just gives me her email. Then that website that I create is in her account. And then she can edit it. And it's hers after that point. As soon as I get her email and transfer the site, it's all her. I have nothing to do with it. Then she can edit it and do whatever. And I'm sure she'll edit it, you know, put more personal links and private pictures. See, there's a photo gallery I'll put in there. I'm going to go to Facebook and grab some of the pictures of, you know, that I know that she likes. I'm going to grab a couple of her little videos from YouTube and all that from that are on Facebook, and I'm going to put those in her site for her. Now, this is a free site, so it's not as nice as the ones that I make for my business, meaning when I want to put her YouTube video in there, it's going to be a picture where you push the button and you see YouTube. If she had upgraded this to a pro version, I would just embed the YouTube video right there, and you would be actually watching it in the site. But this one, you're still watching it in the site, but you're actually outlinked to YouTube. That's the difference between free and paid. Free is totally free, guys. Totally free. That's absolutely nothing. By the way, now I'm not going to put it in there for her, but she could put her own. Every Strikingly website will allow you one listing for free. Now, I know that sounds pathetic, but think about this for a minute. The new global marketing, or the new way websites are being marketed, aren't these big, huge websites like what I create, like the big global store. The way people are making money are single-page microsites and websites. One topic, one issue, a couple little links for some extra crap, and that's it. Well, if Strikingly lets you have one listing in so what? If Strikingly lets you have one listing in every one they make, and you have unlimited free websites you can make with them, you can make as many as you want. Well, think about that for a minute. Now, I'm talking about Callie's thing, but if you're in business, and let's say you're selling Tommy Hilfiger comforters, and you have all kinds of other comforters, well, don't put the other ones in there. Go to Strikingly, get a free website. If you need help with that, I can make one for you. I charge for that, but I'll help you for free if you do it yourself. You get a Strikingly website, you put Tommy Hilfiger comforters, you put links to a blog, YouTube videos, all that stuff in there about Tommy. Oh, Mom's still here, good. About Tommy. And you can put one listing, which does allow multi-variations. I think there's like 7 or 8. I don't know how many it gives you. But even if it was only 2 or 3, you can actually sell 2 or 3 different comforters in that one multi-variation listing and pay no final value fees or anything else. No listing fees, no nothing. So keep that in mind. I will be right back. You're going to come with me? Come with me. You can grab the sheets that you got to get here.
Oh, the cheats.
Yeah, the twins and the full.
I haven't found the cheats. Oh, the one, the comforter.
The comforter, the matches and stuff. All right, I will be back in just a few minutes. My mom's probably heading out to go to church, but I'm going to run in and talk to her real quick. So we'll be back in just a couple minutes. Behave, Harry Potter. Sorry, guys. Sorry it took so long. Was at least the dog jumping around and carrying on? Get in the back. Get in the back. In the back. I'm sorry it took me so long, guys. They didn't do anything in the car, did they?
No.
We're going to send this to a friend of mine. We'll show it to him. I was going to sell it online, but the package is damaged. You can't resell it with a damaged package. But it didn't sell at the yard sale, so we're going to send that to a little girl we know. You're going to keep that in the front, of the dog will tear up
back.
Get in the back. Gosh, he's really bad today.
Let's want something.
I know he wants something. I want things too, but I don't jump up in your face. Okay, guys, I am so sorry to keep you guys on hold that long. I was in there talking to Mom. My mom and I are we have planned out how to liquidate $1 million in inventory locally. And I'm going to be doing that show every Wednesday. By the way, you must do those pictures today because I have to have at least a couple days to do my research. Now, this is what's going to make my shopping channel show a lot different than the other ones. There's a lot of people trying to peddle you stuff online. There are 3 big differences between what I'm going to do and what everyone else is doing. Everybody else that has a shopping channel, they're trying to make profit. I've already lost $1.25 million, so I'm not trying to make profit. I'm trying to recover losses. I've already written it off. My business is operating, already losing that amount of money. It took me a year to do that, guys. So, I don't care if I make $1 off anything that's left, because I'm not going to make $1. It is all losses. So my show is all liquidation. Now, what liquidation means to me is liquidation for my business means if this comforter was $89, and I got it for 90% off, meaning $8.90, which I didn't. This cost a lot more. But if that was the case, it would go for half of the $8.90. That's what I would be selling it for on my show. I am taking half losses off what I spent. I could care less what the item values are. I don't care if the item's worth $1,000. If I paid $100 for it, you're going to pay $50. You're also going to pay the shipping. I do not pay the shipping. If you want me to pay the shipping, then I will bill you the shipping. I use pirate shipping, so some things can be pretty cheap because I use Cubic. Some things that are big and heavy are actually pretty cheap with Cubic. But you are responsible for the shipping. There will be no returns. No returns. You are buying these things at half of liquidation price. There are no returns. Now, if you get something and I missed it, like let's say this comforter, you open it up and there is a big poop stain, which there wouldn't be because they're all brand new, but let's say you find something and it's not right, send me the message and I will take care of you. I mean, I'm not going to rip you off. If I miss something on one of these liquidation products, like let's say there's a tear and I didn't see it, well, just show me, and yes, you won't be returning it, but I will take care of you. I will refund you. In other words, I'm going to cover the quality of my stuff, but there's no returns. I mean, if you don't like it, tough. I'm not going to take it back. I'm trying to empty a warehouse. Why do I need to do this? I could just literally go to a charity, call them up, have them box all this stuff up, give me no money whatsoever, which is fine because I've already written it off. I really would like the money back. But they could give me no money whatsoever and haul all this stuff and give me an itemized tax deduction. Well, I can't claim $1 million loss on taxes. That's too much. It's in excess of what I made. So, to me, it's just to get a little bit of money back that I would have just lost anyway. And this, I keep it all legal too. Everything that I sell here, what I'm gonna do, I can make you a listing. If I make you a listing for the item, oh, we need to get fuel. Yeah, let's get that over with now. If I make a listing, and get her drinks and all that crap too. If I make a listing for an item, then you're gonna have to pay sales tax, and it's gonna be just like a regular listing that you would buy online, and you will not be getting a liquidation price. In other words, if you want that dirt cheap price, you have to contact me on Facebook Messenger. That's easy as can be. It's M.me/Keywebco shop, one word. Easy as can be, and that will bring you right to my, oh, you need money. Use cash, I guess.
put this guy in the charger.
Shut up. Go away. Do it yourself. He's telling me what to do. You can do it yourself. All right, so. Plus, I don't even know where it is. So, to get the dirt cheap price, you do it on Messenger. And this is how we do it. I don't want you to give me money at all. Not yet. This is how it goes. I will do my show on Wednesday. There will be really cute graphics, but besides that, there'll be a video, but I'm going to call it a slideshow. Basically, a slideshow of all 10 products. I'm going to do 10 products every show, every Wednesday. There'll be 10 products, and they will scroll by. They're not going to go slow where you have to wait to find out what's coming up next. I don't like to waste my time, and I'm sure you don't want to waste yours. So, all 10 items, front, at least 3 images. There'll be more on certain ones, but at least 3 images so you can see front, top, back, whatever, or details. There'll be 3 images of all 10 items that will scroll by the entire show in order that I'm going to present them in the show. So this is what I'm doing. This is why I'm doing that. If you come in there, you only have to watch a few minutes to see all the items that I'm going to be liquidating. You're not going to know the prices. That's what you have to wait for. I'm not totally stupid, just a little. So you have to wait for the prices to find out what they are. Now, guys, just because the item might be worth a fortune does not mean that you're going to be paying that. This is a loss liquidation shopping channel. You are never going to see anyone else doing this, because if they are, they're insane, because they're not going to make any money. I am actually losing money on what I paid for it by 50%. Okay? Right off the bat. And like I said, it's based on the clearance price. I will explain this a little more detail so you really understand what kind of deal I'm offering you. Yesterday at my yard sale, I had one curtain set marked $6 in clearance. That exact same curtain set, right next to it, was $1.50 because I had gotten it at 2 different times. Guess what those curtains cost? The first one cost $3 and the other one cost 75 cents. Identical items, has no difference to me. All I'm looking is what I paid for it, half price. That's it. That's all I look at. So I'm telling you guys, this is going to offer you a lot of opportunity. Even if you just want to shop and buy stuff at a super cheap deal, you can do that. Or I've told him to pick items that we had a nice profit margin on that I used to sell pretty well. So I'm very good at shopping, guys. I buy wholesale lots a lot of the times. I can get things that are $100 sometimes for $15 and $20, which means that you would be paying half of that. Okay? I am doing a loss liquidation sale. All I'm trying to do is recoup half of $1.25 million. That's all I'm trying to do with this whole show. There's no profit margins. There's no nothing. That's why I don't want to waste the time to list it. That's why I'm doing it at half price. If I have to list it, in other words, if you are not willing to just use PayPal and send me your own shipping label or buy a label from me, if you're not willing to do that, because some people don't like to do that. They want to buy everything from a website. That's not a problem, but you will not be getting the half price. If I paid $20 for it, you'll be paying $20 and shipping. The only way to get it for half of what I paid is to do it where I don't have to do the work and make the listing. All I have to do is print your label, put it on the package, and take it to the post office. If that's all I have to do, you get it for half. If I have to make a listing, you're going to get it for what I paid, which is still a really good deal. Now, if you buy multiple items, there is no discount on multiple items, but your shipping will be lower. In other words, you're not going to get a break on half of the clearance price. You're just not going to get it cheaper than that. And I'm going to do 10 items every Wednesday on the show. That's not all I'm going to do. I'm not just going to give you the items super dirt cheap. That's why I need my employee to get those pictures today. I'm going to spend a couple days looking at my records, because I have accurate sales details on every product I have ever carried for 10 years. I also have the current market data. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look in and I'm going to say, by the way, this particular set I sold 50 of over 3 years. The last year I only sold 1. There's competition on eBay. There's competition on Amazon. But the sales numbers are this. And I will tell you your probability of success on selling these on the platform. Even though it does nothing to do with me, I could care less. I'm going to give you the information that I have So if you do buy an item and you do decide to sell it, I'm going to tell you to research it yourself. You should always do that. I mean, can trust me, but don't ever trust anyone. Even if you do trust them, take a moment and just double check, because you know people make mistakes. Now, are you ready now, finally? Come on.
Let's go.
It's like babysitting here.
Carry in the back.
Get in the back, you little monster. Did you get my drink?
Yeah.
Where? In here? What'd you get?
Nothing.
Tea. That's it? All you got was tea? You didn't get anything for the dog? You are messing up my view here. I got my tea. Send a message, say we're on our way.
My phone is dead.
Well, do that. All right, let's see if we're gonna bounce. All right, hopefully we'll be okay. You left the gas cap open. Let me get it for you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Every day with a gas cap open. All right, send that message. We got to plug it in. All right. So let me recap real quick what I've been babbling on about. Get in the back. I can't see.
Are you sure?
I don't want that down today. I can't see. Well, move it on your lap where I can see. No, put it flat on your lap so I can see. No, I don't want that on today. Hold on. All right, so what I've been going on about today. The very first thing that I get to do this today, when I get up to the hospital, when I'm sitting under the little UV, when I'm sitting under the UV cap, is I'm going to finish my little website that I'm making for a little girl, which I'm real excited about. This is the first time I've had an opportunity to make a website for a little girl. I've made 3 websites for boys. Thurs are easy for me because I'm a male. But this is the first one I've gotten to make for a little girl. So I'm gonna just make it the cutest little thing you ever saw. It'll probably be so pink it'll make you puke. I'm not gonna use all pink, but it's gonna be really, really cute. Yo, you know what? I am gonna use pink. She likes pink, I think. I might make a pastel pink background instead of the background I got.
Lots of rainbows.
Lots of rainbows and lots of little ponies.
Chewing hearts.
And princess. She likes my little princess.
My princess.
Yeah, no, I'm getting on the highway.
What princess?
Disney princess.
Any princess. All the princess.
So, it's going to be a lot of fun. I enjoy making websites. I'm going to be very frank with you guys. You guys are going to laugh. I've sold tens of thousands of products, guys, over 10 years. Unbelievable numbers. That's why I don't tell everyone my numbers. They don't believe me. Well, I've sold a lot over many, many years. I have always hated selling products. You can watch my videos and you can tell I do not like selling products. I hate selling products. I'm very good at it, but I don't like to do it. I don't like to be a salesperson. I'd much rather be an executive that designs how everything works, because that's what I'm really good at. Way better than even selling. And marketing. I like doing those things. My favorite thing to do is the one I have the least amount of business with, which I wish I had the most. And I'm actually probably one of the best things I'm good at, is making websites. I absolutely love every moment of making websites. That's what I should be doing for a full-time living without all this other crap. So what I've done is the dead weight. eBay is dead weight. Huge amounts of research and hours for no results. Got rid of that. Since I got rid of that, I have been able to expand into 9 different online money-making projects, all of which are turning me profits and all of which are costing me almost little to no money. So, because of that, my priorities have changed. I don't need all this inventory. As a matter of fact, I wrote all this inventory off and I'm giving it away at losses. Why? Because I'd rather give it away at a loss and use some of that loss money to pay for advertising on the projects that I actually want to do. To me, it's worth losing $1 million to not have to have 5 thefts a day that I have to deal with on eBay. I hate waking up in the morning. I used to love it. I wake up, 150 items sold, 5 or 6 thefts. I turn them over to my employee, just say refund. Be done with it. No big deal. They changed the search engine. I went from 150 sales a day to 10 or 15 to 20, most of which I funneled in, except for the 5 thefts a day remain unchanged. For the last year, every morning, you can ask my employee, every morning he comes trotting out with emails. And every morning I'm like, how many do I actually really want to look at today? Seriously. And all the wasted time researching who else has it, if eBay's tied it up, if they've invested in China. Huge amounts of hours looking for if the money I'm paying to them is going to do any good. So now that I've gotten rid of the dead weight, I'm actually able to make real money and do the things I enjoy doing. Now, I like my global store because I don't have to deal with products. I don't actually have to sell products in my global store. They sell themselves. All I have to do is market the store, provide good blogs, make websites, interesting things, videos, things to bring people to my store. Very bad signal, I'm sorry. That's all I have to do now for my products. I don't have to research. The only research I have to do is find out what the shipping costs are in foreign countries. That's about it. I have unlimited products, and I'm just starting. I haven't even hit 10,000 products yet. I should be that by the end of the month. I'm going to have 35,000 products. It was 30,000, but I got another U.S. distributor that is willing to let me do 5,000 of theirs. It's going to be unlimited products before I'm done. By the time I'm done, Keywebco.com will have everything you can buy from any platform. Why should I compete with a platform? I'll just be one myself. I can do it. My domain is worth more now that I left eBay than it was when it was on eBay. By thousands of dollars. But the game I'm playing is not for the faint of heart, and you need to be professional. Not telling you ditch the platforms and make your own website. Most people will lose their shirt. I've had 2 Shopify websites. My first one, I got up to 10 sales a day. It's actually pretty good for Shopify. But that was just in the US. And that, again, was my eBay merchandise I was sending out. Well, at that time, I was making so much on eBay, I couldn't be bothered with 10 sales a day. It was more of an inconvenience because back then I didn't have as good software as I do now. I had to manually adjust. So I said, you know what? I don't feel like adjusting 10 items a day on eBay. I'll just delete it. Now you don't have to do that. As soon as I deleted it, 6 months later, eBay changed their platform and I couldn't get my old domain back. If I had, the business would have just taken off where I left off. So I had to redo everything, and I'm glad I did. Because I would have done exactly what I did before, and I would have been stuck with all this inventory that I have to deal with. What is he tearing up? Earphones, wonderful. All that inventory I have to deal with, the dog chewing up products, the employees stealing products out of the warehouse. I don't have to deal with any of that crap anymore. So, and I have unlimited products, so it's much better for me. I have one major drawback. And everybody that does what I do has one major drawback. Shipping speeds. There is no way on earth I can estimate your shipping speed. My business is designed that any order that's placed will come from the closest warehouse to where they place the order. The businesses I use are worldwide distributed. There are warehouses in every major country. But not every item is carried in all of those warehouses. I never know. I had a buyer buy something in New York and another buyer buy the exact same item in Chicago. The one in New York, the item came from Canada and took 3 weeks. Miles away. 3 weeks. The one in Colorado came from China and was there in a week and a half. So I cannot tell you when your items are going to arrive. I can tell you they will be within a week to 3 weeks. That is a huge drawback. Except for, I've adjusted that to my price point. No matter what you buy from me, you are going to pay considerably less than you would buy it on Amazon or eBay or anywhere else. because I can't tell you exactly when the item's going to arrive. I can tell you the range of time. Certain items, it's pretty obvious because it's written in the description. By the way, this item has been upgraded to priority mail. You'll have it in a week. But very few do I actually take the time to write that into the description because I want everybody that's watching. Would you stop? I want everybody that's watching my store to know that their item can be anywhere from a week to 3 weeks. I don't want them looking through my store trying to find descriptions where it says it's going to get there quicker, because even if I were to do that, I can't guarantee it, because until they fill the order, it doesn't go out. Most of the companies I have fill these orders very quickly, like in a day or two, sometimes 3 days. Then they go to shipping. It depends on the value of the item. If you're buying something super duper cheap, chances are it's going to take super duper long, like 3 weeks. If you're buying something super duper expensive, there's no guarantee that it's going to come quicker, but generally it does. If I have enough profit margin on the item that I can upgrade its shipping to a faster speed, I do that when I make the listing in the first place. So everything is adjusted to get to you based on the price, based on the demand, and based on the fastest way I can get it to you. That's a huge drawback that all Shopify, all private businesses have. Amazon has got everyone spoiled. I want it in 5 minutes. And they charge you a fortune for it. Okay? So everyone expects everything in 5 minutes. It's something that is impossible for me to do as a global store. All right, that's the biggest drawback I have, and even that has not been that big of a problem. The only time it's been a problem is when I've sold something on Together through my Shopify. That's the only time it's been a problem, because they get their stuff normally from local distribution. So I message every single buyer the minute they buy from Together. I said, now you did read the description. You realize that this item is going to ship within a week. You'll get it within a week to 3 weeks, somewhere in that range. So, if you're selling on platforms, which you should not drop ship on platforms, period. And Together you can, it's designed to do that. But, like, you can't do this on eBay. You shouldn't do it on Amazon, but people do all the time. Most of my US fulfillment is the exact same company Amazon uses. As a matter of fact, one of my buyers contacted me and said, "Do you know this came from the Amazon warehouse?" I said, "Oh, really?" I said, "Well, that was the closest warehouse where that product was that I had access to." So, my products come from anywhere, but they come from the closest warehouse and the closest business to you. I guarantee everything, even customs issues. I had a pair of $130 pair of shoes get held by customs, not because of me, but because the buyer that bought them had imported a bunch of illegal crap before, so they keep everything of theirs. They have a great scam. You know what the best scam on the planet is? Order tobacco from Cuba and get seized by customs and say, "Oh, I didn't know it was from Cuba." They will seize every package that comes in to the United States with your name on it and hold it for 6 months to a year to inspect it because you had a violation. People do that on purpose. Why? Because after a few months, all they have to do, or actually after less than 30 days, all they have to do is file it on PayPal. Or anywhere that they bought it from. As soon as you check your tracking and it's being held by customs, PayPal's going to refund them, whether you want them to or not. You're responsible if it gets held. Even though the reason it's held is because the buyer did something illegal. Now, what that means is that buyer in 6 months to a year is going to get that entire inventory of things that they bought and have been refunded for and can no longer be charged for because the time limit has expired. They're going to get everything they ordered for free. Well, that's all well and good for most people, but they never came across Keywebco.com before. I don't screw around. I contacted my lawyers and I said, okay, I want every package that goes to that house through customs. I want a syllabus of that, and I want to know how long it's going to take them to inspect. I also want you to send an immediate demand for processing to the customs agency, which will get lost in paperwork. They always do. I want every month a letter sent to customs asking when the arrival date will be. As soon as they give you an estimated arrival date, I want you to contact my tracking company and reactivate the tracking on that item. I have that all set up. The minute that item moves from customs and arrives at their house, guess what? My lawyer bills them for it. And the legal fees to get it billed and paid for when they did it. Because they've been doing this a while. I'm not done yet, guys. Then I'm going to get my item, and I will get my money. Then I'm going to have them investigated for felony fraud, because they set this up. There is a way that you can get it where they will no longer hold things in the post office for you. There's a bunch of forms you have to fill out and say, okay, I realize that I imported this item I wasn't supposed to. Please stop holding my packages. They are never going to fill out that form. Customs will continue to hold those packages until you do the release forms. They are never going to send in a release form. They don't even send in a release form once they've approved the package to be sent to them. Why? Because then it would arrive within the amount of time that the seller can bill them for it. We've documented how they've done this. So guess what I'm going to do after I get my money back? I'm going to turn it over to the Customs Board for fraud, their fraud division, with the documentation and all the lawyer letters and all that. And they will get busted for it. And I will not be out my money, even if it takes me a year to get the item, because I'll follow civil suit. I don't care. I don't care. I will also block that buyer so they can't ever buy anything else. And I was able to get a list from my lawyer of a lot of, I don't know how he did it, but he got me a very long list of people that buy online that are, all their items are held by customs. And I have already added all those names to my business to make sure that none of them can buy from me. I can't do that on eBay. As a matter of fact, on eBay, you can go look at the buyer's feedback that just bought a $500 item and see negative. Everything they post negative. Every single one, meaning they've been refunded for every single one of those items. You can't even cancel that transaction on eBay. They will push your items down, so to speak. I don't have to worry about it. I see someone that's a thief, delete. No worries, no muss, no fuss. So, since I don't have to deal with 5 thefts a day on eBay anymore, I'm much happier. And I am actually getting a few people wanting me to do websites, which is what I really want to do. I like doing my shows and helping people and teaching and all that. I love doing that. I've been doing it forever. I love doing that, so I'll always do that in one form or another. I'm going to enjoy a little bit, even though I don't like selling products, selling at a liquidation. I'm going to enjoy because people in there are going to get excited when they see the prices they're going to have to pay. And people get excited when they're getting a super good deal. I used to when I was sourcing. So I'm going to kind of enjoy it. I'm also going to be able to enjoy telling the stories of actually how I picked up the items and where they came from. Other buyers that have bought them. I will even mention any returns I have on them, the things I complained about. I'm going to give you the full database in my show when you're buying these things at loss liquidation prices. Find anybody else on the planet that'll do that for you. Guys, I put out real value here. I get really upset and frustrated a little bit of my numbers. I have 5,000 friends on Facebook. I've only got 70 followers, or 72 or something followers on my YouTube channel, where I'm giving out thousands of dollars worth of information every show and links on how to do everything. I've even made apps that all you have to do is click the button, follow that direction, click the button, follow that direction, click the next one. And I have a whole website with the entire page is nothing but apps that will tell you how to do everything. And I can't get the numbers that I need, and it really bothers me because I give away more value than anyone I have ever seen. I've never seen anyone give away what I do. I've seen people give away good stuff, but not like what I do. So I really need those numbers. I want those 1,000 subscribers on YouTube so I don't have to peddle my group. By the way, what I'm talking about there is I have Helpful Tips group. If you subscribe at $5 a month to my Ecom Tips podcast or $5 a month to my Patreon link, you get into the private chat of the Helpful Tips group. Now, I have the public group. You can welcome to play with that all you want. But to get my undivided attention, and I give you a website, guys. I charge $225 to do a website. I give you a website. you're offered the affiliate program, if you want to join it, it doesn't cost you any money. You can make money off sharing my items. I roll out the red carpet for $5 a month, guys. Why? Because it doesn't matter about the $5 a month. Yes, I need the money, but it's the group of people that are willing to work and learn and actually help other people. That's what I'm building. I just can't do it for free. So I've had to come up with little ways to make money. My podcasts, I have sponsors, so I get paid. I'm always telling people to listen to my podcast. I don't care if you listen to my podcast. Listen to the dang ad, fast forward, listen to the next one. I don't care. You can see everything in my podcasts, in my shows, in my blogs, and everywhere else. You're going to get the content from me no matter where you go. But I like people to listen to my podcast because it lets me pay for these things. I pay for certain apps. I pay to be able to embed. I pay to multi-stream. And I don't make any money to do that, except for when people join my little things or donate or happen to use some of the links that I install and buy some of my things. But again, I don't really want to be a peddler on my shows. So as soon as I can get the 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, I will probably never mention my helpful tip group again or the Patreon or any of that crap because I can get a little bit of pennies from YouTube. I rather have YouTube stick a few ads at the beginning of my show and get a few pennies from that than have to go on my show and say, okay, I need money, please subscribe to here so I can give you a bunch of stuff. I don't mind doing that, but I much rather spend my show time talking about the topic while we're there. So I really need those subscribers, guys. I could get them in a day. I really could. There are many ways to get 1,000 subscribers, but I don't want to do that. I want people to actually subscribe because they know the reasons why I'm asking them to. With 5,000 friends asking people to subscribe and only having 70, I'm not very pleased with that. I know it's kind of a pain in the butt to go over to YouTube and type in Keywebco and push the little button, but I need people to do that. Now, my shows. Tuesday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I have no clue what I'm talking about this Tuesday. I have a schedule and helpful tips. All of those are events. Those events are separate from the events on Wednesday. Tuesday and Thursday, 7 p.m. Central Time. I'm on there giving you apps, teaching you how to do business. And fun stuff too, but mostly it's all business. On Wednesday at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, that's in the afternoon, I don't do business at all, except for I am in there selling off lost liquidations. I'm trying to get pennies back on $1 million loss. That's exactly the goal. I am not making a profit. I'm not even making what I paid. I just want to get some of that money back and empty out my damn warehouse. Why am I so insistent on getting my warehouse out empty? Why do I not want to take the time to do listings and wait around to make a bunch of money? Because I need that warehouse emptied out so my idiot employee can be put to work making real money again. See, when he was doing the eBay stuff, he was making money. Poshmark, I can barely get him to do clothes. We're burned out on clothes, guys. I started with those. But he is doing a few listings. That's going to be forever before he cranks out enough of those to make any money. So what I've decided to do, so I don't have to make him homeless, is I'm going to buy those little dirt bikes and four-wheelers. I have a wholesale contract. Remember, I'm a global sailor. I don't have to pay full price for anything. And you'd be amazed at how much those things are marked up. So I'm going to buy like 2 a month, not very many because I can't afford it. I'm going to buy 2 of those a month delivered, unassembled. Then my employee is going to assemble all of those and then sell them through a friend of ours in Kansas City who has tons of people that that's all they do is ride those little dirt bikes and stuff. He's selling used bikes and stuff to people. This guy knows this guy all the time. I mean all the time. Every week 2 or 3 of them moving. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to drive, or my employee is going to drive. I will not ride those things. My employee will drive one of them up to Kansas City, park it in his yard, put a for sale sign in. And then once he sells that one, we'll drive the next one up. And we will continually do that. So we have an outlet in Kansas City with a guy that actually is a mechanic and works on these bikes. So there'll be a nice, fresh, new, brand new bike sitting on his yard to sell every day. Then we're going to do the same thing once I get a few sales in. Then I'm going to have 1 or 2 sitting in front of my warehouse. on the street. I have a big wall fence. In front of that fence, believe it or not, guys, next spring, any of the little knick-knack crap that I haven't sold out of my warehouse, I'm going to have a yard sale just right in the middle of the country where nobody's going to stop by. But since my employee is not doing the Poshmark listings, I guess he can sit out there in the sun until he decides to do Poshmark listings. I already have a way to figure out to make him go to work. 27 years employed, same place. They get very lazy. But I'm actually looking forward to that because that's a way for him to make some decent chunk of money without me having to invest very much. See, Poshmark is a no investment thing, but we're only talking a few dollars profit on every item. He has to list thousands of items to make what he would make. Oh crap, I lost the lid. Yeah, he has to list thousands of items to make what he would make on 4 or 5 bikes selling. So I'm going to, he still has to do the Poshmark because I'm doing okay there. But just a few listings here and there are good enough. So that's kind of what's going on. Now, I have even more than that I'm involved in. These are just the ones that you're going to notice right now. I've got a book in the works. I have 50 more apps to create. Guys, you really should check that out. Go to keywebco.com. Go to the menu. You won't see it on that page. That's my global store. Go to keywebco.com. Wait for the obnoxious pop-up. Close it. That's me saying hi. I can't get it to auto-close. If it auto-closes, then another pop-up comes immediately after. If you close it, then it's a few minutes before the next one comes. I'm still working on my pop-ups. But go to keywebco.com. Hit the little black box at the very top. It's a menu. Scroll down till you see Keywebco ads. Click that. It's going to take you off that site to a strikingly website. That's a whole page. That entire page is nothing but the apps I'm creating. There's only 25 in there. I've got another 50 to make. Every one of those apps is functional within that website. That means you don't even have to click it and go somewhere. You can actually scroll through those boxes, push the buttons, play the YouTubes, they all work. The reason this is so awesome, save that web page. All the apps are going to be in that web page, and plus the ones that are already there. So if you're doing something, do you want to have to go look this up and go look this up and how do I do this and how do I do that and look that up? No. As a matter of fact, you've got that app page saved. You can just scroll down to you see the box of what you want to do. You scroll through every box, click all the buttons, do what it says, and by the time you're done, you've got the best results you're going to get. Those apps are the same tools that I put together. Not all of them are mine. I mean, I outlink you to other places. But those are the exact same tools that I use to make my business very successful. Now, guys, I'm telling you, I closed my eBay for 3 main reasons. Not that I wasn't making sales. I wasn't making sales like I should have because they changed the search engine. But I closed it because I'm not making volume sales. And the way they've redesigned their search engine, I never will. I will not come up in search enough to matter. So that's a dead horse to me. That was one thing. That still wasn't enough for me to close it because I have thousands of repeat buyers. Guys, I had 500 followers in my store that watch everything I post. I gave that all away because those 500 followers were not buying enough stuff to make up for the 5 a day that we're stealing. It's that simple. It's that simple. Profit margins disappear. $100,000 of sales last month, and I made $1,000. Almost $1,000. That's insane. That's because of theft. I can't do that. So, I got rid of it. Now, that doesn't mean that these products are bad. That doesn't mean that you can't sell them. It means that my store, which is not a niche store on eBay, sells everything against China, which was very successful doing it. That's why you don't have a community-based platform anymore. The only way they can change that is change how the search works. So instead of eBay losing 150 sales a day to me because they invested in those companies in China, now they don't have to worry about me. So they don't have to worry about me at all. I just closed my store down because I'm not going to let them steal money out of my pocket. That's for sure. And that's exactly what's happening. So don't think just because I closed eBay, business was bad. No, business was doing very well. I just was not making any profits and not getting the volume sales that I need. See, if I had priced my items with ridiculous markups like most of you guys do, I only have to sell a few things and I make a profit. I had thousands of items with 25-cent profit margins. unless they bought multiples. And see, that's where I needed the search engine. Someone would go in, I need 100 toothbrushes. They would type, I need 100 toothbrushes. I'd come right up. Only inventory that's local that has that many. But now that it's not community-based, the box store in China is the only one that's going to come up, or the box store in the US that's much bigger than me is the only one that's going to come up. Well, if I can't get that 150 clicks a day, it doesn't matter how much I sell. There's not enough profit margins to turn a profit. I needed at least 50 sales a day to run my business. Doesn't matter what the sales were. 50 sales a day, I could run my business. Didn't even do the little profit margin. Without that, can't run it. So that's what's going on there. I want you guys to understand why I closed eBay. It's not eBay. I don't know why they even still call it eBay, because it's nothing like it used to be. You might think it is because they give it the illusion. They talk about all this community and crap. There is no community if you're part of a catalog. You're part of a catalog. You're not part of my catalog, your catalog, another catalog, where everyone can see all of them. You're part of eBay's catalog where they only show the one they want. That's not a business, guys. That's being part of a business that you work for as a drop shipper, no matter what you think. So just be warned, eBay is not eBay. Or not the eBay you think of. You guys that are selling vintage, enjoy it while it lasts, because everyone's been telling me, oh, they'll never get all those vintage items in the product catalog. That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Why do you think you have access to all this WorthPoint and all these different inventory cataloging softwares free on eBay? Why? Why did they give that to you? Oh, so you can do better with your business. No. So the box stores don't have to look up their products in their product catalog. It'll be done for them. That's why it's there. Now, what is that going to mean to you? So just be warned, if you're going to be on eBay, even vintage items, right now, I highly recommend you get those vintage items linked into Truegether, and if you wish, Prairie Grit. I can't really promote Prairie Grit because I don't really sell there. I did, and I didn't have the right stuff there. I will say it is a good platform, and it does work. But, you know, I don't have any affiliation with them or anything. But, you know, it's easy. You can import your items, and the inventory adjusts. I'm just telling you things that you can do with very little work. Truegether is the bomb, guys. I love Truegether. The last year, when I wasn't getting any eBay Google results, all the sales I made on Google were through Truegether because it was the exact same eBay listing, but it was pushed to Google instead of a product catalog. So all the people that were looking for my items on eBay, repeat buyers even, that couldn't even find them taking the exact titles, went over to Google and bought it from Truegether. First thing that comes up top of the page. So the new system works differently. You need to learn it. There's nothing wrong if you can get a brand on eBay. If you can get a buyer to search for you by brand name, everyone else is cut out. Like if I sold this shirt and it was Keywebco brand, if I can get a buyer to type in Keywebco brand, that would be the only thing that would come up. I would not have any competition showing at all. That's the thing about brands. But how are you going to get the buyer to type it in? You're going to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on advertising is how you're going to do it. As a matter of fact, for me to do it would be very easy. As a matter of fact, they were doing it on Amazon 5, 6, 10 years ago. They were looking for my brand over there. It's still there, and I don't sell there. My friend sells that for me. So I know how to make a brand. If I knew eBay was going to change from from a consumer-based platform to a product catalog, I may have actually taken the time and invested and put a brand on there. But probably not. Probably not. Alrighty, guys. Well, I'm almost to where I need to be. I'm going to let you guys go. I hope you enjoyed this. Me rattle on and on and on and on a little bit about e-commerce. I do hope that you guys pop in on Wednesday and let me peddle the loss liquidation products to you. Crap. Okay, let me let you guys go, and